Okay, I think I got my timer working correctly. I'm pretty sure my Twitch information is correct. This one I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I am going to try and set it up while live, I guess. Not that that's content that's like exciting or anything. Just figured, you could see what my settings would be. It'll help with audio too. Maybe if on the fly. That's weird. The nested audio is it already knew? Correcting it. You should still hear the clickety click. It's been one hell of a weekend. It's good to be back, I'd say. I jeez, I played Jalopy and I finished up Stick It to the Man and played Jalopy on Friday night. And I enjoyed my time with it. I enjoyed my time, but I was like, okay, Six to Man is over. It's fine. And then I picked up Jalopy, and I was looking forward to playing it. But then I ended up getting really, really frustrated with it. Um, I should probably just dump the VODs. The thing is that on Saturday, I spent a long time editing the two Stick It to the Man streams together to one video. I compiled it, I compressed it, and I went to go put it on YouTube, and it was taking too long. It was taking a really long time, actually. It could be because of how high the quality of the video file I saved, or maybe I just, I don't think I have a weak computer, but maybe that's a possibility. Anyways, on top of that, before any of that, I saw that on Twitch, certain sections of the game were muted for copyright reasons, and that was very upsetting. You did not enjoy JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown's new album. That's a shame. I liked it. I don't think it's like a masterpiece or anything. I don't think it goes toe to toe with either of their respective single outputs, but I enjoyed it. I walked away happier that it exists than not. But anyways, back to what I was talking about. I yeah, trying to upload them was a real pain in the ass myself, and finding out that some of the audio is muted was aggravating. So this whole weekend my whole Saturday really was trying to fix that and do it, and it just wasn't really working. And then I tried to let the computer do its thing by uploading it to YouTube, and it wasn't working. So I don't think I'm gonna go back to Jalopy because all it was doing was making me frustrated. I did end up gaining RB Minor 4 as a follower, and they were very helpful, pointing me in the right direction with that game. But at the end of the day, I just wasn't having as much fun near the end. And I'm hoping, new week, Monday, back in the swing of things. Let's try something that is like old and familiar. I played the original game as a mod, I played the original game when it released, and I didn't play too much after release, and then this game, the Ultra Deluxe version comes out. You should be seeing something. There we go. But yeah, I am looking forward to revisiting this in a way. Yes, I've played the first one before. I'm gonna just put it. I'm just put it here. I think it'll be okay. I really have to like. Okay, 617. It's about to be. Yep, it's 18. Okay. Can I see the main menu? All right, good. It's a little loud, I'd say. Let me lower it to like 50. We could make it full screen. This should be okay. I think might be a little too quiet. Shoot. Did I lower it too much? Don't make simplified controls, WASD. Everything should be fine. I didn't know there was an auto walk function. I guess I could leave it for 50 for my comfort, and then I could raise it here in OBS to make sure that you guys are able to hear whatever's going on. Field of view, I think 70. I'll leave it alone. I get really weird with field of view. I'm not playing with a controller. Show subtitles, subtitle size. That's fine. Go reticle. I prefer reticle. I'm gonna do it. The dot's fine. First person shooter. Second person shooter? Plasma rifle. Joe's favorite. Play the game. I'll just leave it at dot. That's pretty nice. Transition labels. Oh, translation labels. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like camera bob. It makes me nauseous. Um, auto walk. No, I'm good. I could. I think I could do everything, unless if there's gonna be. Knowing this game, maybe I should leave that on. Nah. I'll leave it alone. All right. I think everything is okay. Let's begin the game. Now, for a reminder before I hit play, I played the first mod, actually, with Gary's mod. I played the first game when it came out a couple times, but I got all the endings. I didn't get all the achievements. and then I just was done with it back in like 2013 or whatever when it came out, and I never went back. Not out of hatred, just never went back or anything. So, and I did play the beginner's guide when that came out too, and I like both of them. I got this as a gift from my friend JB, 2448. He's a friend of mine. And anyways, enough stalling. Let's play.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I think my first playthrough, I gotta lower that. Sensitivity. This is a bit better. Okay. Uh, yeah. I think for my first playthrough, I'd
All
like
of
to
his
keep
co-workers were
everything.
gone. What
I'll
could he
follow
do?
him for
Stanley
this
decided
first
to go
one.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Employee 432 TSP. So. Oh, it's good to hear from you, man. I haven't seen you since 2013. How you been? Did you get that promotion you've been telling me about?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Not sure how long exactly, though. Yeah, I haven't played this since back in the first game. I haven't even got a chance to play the thing. But we're here. Sorry about that. I had to lower it a little bit.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. I thought there was a zoom button. Is there no zoom button? Oh.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true nature revealed.
You said
Each bore the
432?
employee in the building.
432 must be around here.
The lives of so many individuals.
I'll check yours after this first ending.
And Stanley
I always like my first ending of this game to be me listening to him. You said 437? 437. There it is. Ooh, a little spooky looking. Oh, 432. I'm sorry. 432. You're down here. Okay. All right. I gotta check your desk out. But yeah, usually when I played this game back then, I would always my first run is always to listen to exactly what he says.
This mind control
I don't know why.
facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Forget how to do that, unfortunately. I think it's, turn it off in the facility power. Let me go do that.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Hear me out. On. I'll do that ending. I don't know what it might. I don't remember if it's going to be any different, but I'll do it.
And a rising chill of uncertainty.
I gotta find your desk first.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go,
Damn.
what to do, or how to feel.
I need that.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Yeah, Stanley isn't a Twitch streamer. He doesn't know.
Breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I got 2 achievements for that one. All right, so here we are. You want me to check out 432? Okay, I gotta look for it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right, here's your desk.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Partition Court providing partitions for 56 years. I remember the first time you could jump through this somehow. I don't remember how I got there though. It was like you had to like game it or something. Just as I left it. Okay. Yeah, I remember. Was it maybe it wasn't in here, but I remember being able to jump through one of the windows. Oh, input. Crap. How am I gonna... I want to input it. Oh, is it every time I have to run by, I have to...
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh, that didn't do anything. Okay. I could've sworn.
Oh, and I guess this is where Stanley felt he needed to be right now, in this little hallway. Here, with no distractions, to study room 417. Not to actually enter it. No, 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 no. That would be far too forward. Stanley wanted to know it from the outside. To see it not just with his eyes, but with his heart. He would know room 417 as no man or woman had ever known an office before. That ladder over there. Oh, and that little picture of a horizon or something. It's all just a never-ending parade of joy for Stanley.
It sure is. Wait a minute. Nah, no.
Ah, no, apparently not.
Will they count if I go back in here? All right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna do the mind control ending like you said. I'm gonna hit on instead of off.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside you. I could relate. The broom closet ending. I forget if the main menu tracked all your endings for you. I forget.
Staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Damn it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
Oh,
Stanley
shit. What was it again? 4,
He began
8.
tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention
Could have
was
sworn.
caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk.
Mm.
What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you for stopping by, though. I'm glad I was able to check your desk for you.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Thank you for the follow, and thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
You can't... I got an achievement called You Can't Jump. What did I do this time? All I did was just spam the left mouse button.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I don't know if which came first, but this totally could have been a regular show episode.
This mind control facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind.
Rap.
What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
That's 3?
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Oh, I thought hitting that.
Goodness, only 34
I'm a
seconds
fool.
left. But
I am a
enjoying
fool.
this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing?
What?
Or did you just assume when you saw that
10?
timer,
I could
something
barely see the number on that
was
goddamn button. Damn it.
Look at you, running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea?
That's a 3? I could barely make that out.
Stanley.
Is it my
You're in for
brightness?
quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Hey, the input's not on. New content. All right, here we go.
New content? What does that mean, new content?
Here we go. Here we go. Here's the good stuff. This is what I've been waiting for.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I want to follow that rail, honestly. Is it possible? Probably not. Although there's books. What if I step back on it? Alright, well.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Did I...
Is it broken?
Oh.
What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Oh, shit. Okay, my bad.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Can I bunny hop? No? Oh. I could only jump within the circle. That's something.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
No, that probably is it.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content,
Unfortunately.
the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? You've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Yeah, good
It's my
luck.
fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I'd rather you didn't. No. Okay, good. Good. just want to check. Controls. Damn, you can't. Damn. Could have sworn there was a zoom.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
So stupid. Why not? Why not, right?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
I want to go up there. Oh, I'm crouched. I'm perma crouched. Hey, welcome back, RB Miner. And I'm not venting. I'm crawling. Totally different. This is the new content. Oh my god, is this the ending of Midsummer?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
How much is rent?
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
That's your only memory, is it? It's a nice A-frame house. It's off the ground. You get some nice wind pass through. This won't last in Florida, I could tell you that.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone
Oh,
remind you
wow.
of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. It
Questionable.
Oh, the waste.
Questionable. That's the first ending. Cargo. I wonder if this... You don't just get new content. You have to, I think, get to the ending of the main game a couple times. And I wonder if this image changes depending on what ending you get. I doubt it, but it would still be cool. Like how it looks like the windows. Like Windows... Whatever the hell. This got a bath? Oh. For The Last of Us. And they just put tape over it. That's great. That's really great. Our first kiss. My first car. The release of the Stanley Parable in 2013. I think what would have made this really funny is if they put a little TM after, like, you know, a trademark sign. What I wouldn't give to live in a house like this. It's beautiful, really. Oh, the first dollar made. Oh my god, I wonder if that's like a real dollar. Like the serial code and everything. Huh. Beta, work in progress. There's an achievement called Super Go Outside. Close the game for 10 years. I mean, I guess I could do that. I could close the game for 10 years, but maybe I should get all the other achievements first before I close the game for 10 years. Do I stream 10 years straight to show me, you know, getting that achievement? Should I just let my computer run for 10 years? Oh, it would have been nice to sit on the bench. What the hell? Singing? Oh, a little hamster. A hamster.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote,
Oh, wow.
"We're so many games that aspire to be more than games.
They're mocking
Less than
them.
art. Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now
Wow.
it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Damn, no Reddit shares, no Facebook shares, no tweets. Jimquisition really went downhill. That was a joke. I love Jimquisition. It's really entertaining. The tasteful nostalgic. That's like a liminal space, let's be real. Oh, they have a screenshot of Hammer Editor. I wonder if this is the screenshot of them making, like, The Office or something. Oh, it's a player model. There was a female player model? Interesting. I don't know if I should go downstairs or through the door. First person answer. Wait, I probably can't even go down there. Let me be real. Yeah, I can't even go down there. Never mind, never mind. So much to show people interactivity. Oh, this was a 9.
Another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
Spike Jones and Charlie Kaufman?
Stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
Yeah.
It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Okay. You sound a little like... Oh, interesting. The narrator makes it sound like he, I was like, oh, we really didn't want to make a sequel kind of thing, but you didn't have to. Let's be fair. Shit, how am I gonna get over there? There's no jump button, so I want to go to the serious room. Can I even open? I can't even open the door.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Kyle famous? A funny game is Kyle is famous. Oh, the game title is Kyle is famous. Yeah, I wouldn't mind checking that out. Never heard of that game. Okay, let's be real here. Why can't I go through the damn... Is that on... It's on purpose, isn't it? Maybe the maintenance shaft is now open. It is. Okay, I'm a genius.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
I've clearly been in a comedy mood lately. I saw Superbad for the first time yesterday. I saw Napoleon Dynamite today. And now I'm playing this today.
Collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh god. 2.9 hours. Imagine if a review I made showed up here. That would be freaky.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I mean, it's a little philosophical. I mean, the idea of control and what you can do, and you know, I really love the fact that this game has so many different options, and the fact that they have a narrator that basically accounts for everything that you'll do. I love that about this game.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley,
Yeah,
I'm not preachy, am I?
yeah, you are.
Tell me I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
Oh, buddy.
I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Oh, as Sterling, as Jim Sterling, I get it. It's great.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
A skip.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today.
Hey, what's up, Stick? It's good to see you, Stick.
For the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
You know, before I get in here, I just want to say that and Stick It to the Man, they had a really cool feature with dialogue that while they're talking, if you hit left or right on the analog stick, it'll speed up or rewind whatever they're saying. So if you missed it, you just rewind or forward for, you know, speed up if you already heard the dialogue before. I wish a lot of games that would do that would a lot of what the hell? Why did that happen? Oh, they wanted me to just walk in there. Okay. Got no choice now.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on.
No, I want to hear it. I want to hear him.
Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, until the end of time, at which time, everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much, and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunch.
Yeah, I'm not going to press the button.
It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say,
the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until
Oh, it's
until
looping.
the end of time.
It's
By which
looping.
time, everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah.
He just said everything all at once.
Blah, blah, blah.
Is that a reference to the hit movie Everything Everywhere All at Once?
245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10.
Alright, I'll press the button. I'll press the button.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made in fact make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other. In
What?
which case, the word I am not sick of shall be the victor.
Are you
It is
kidding
an
me?
unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise,
I think he'll crack. I don't.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise.
I think he's just gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna be real.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise,
Oh.
manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Hey, they want me to press the button, man.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
All right. I'll press the button. There we go.
Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But
In
that's the
some type of way.
The next time you go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game.
Mm.
Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
That wasn't even subtitled. Is it just a button again? I thought the whole point was to skip him talking, and he just stopped talking.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means.
Hey, I don't see a door
There's
anymore.
only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Yeah, I heard a sound effect.
I'm quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could...
This one is sad.
Slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here.
I'll work with you.
We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another.
Hello, wife haver. How you doing? How's the wife?
I don't know how exactly to remove it and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button, please.
All right,
please,
I won't press it.
please do not
I won't press it.
Just
I won't press it.
wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
Okay. I don't want to press the button now. I wanna. Do you think I need to? Thank you for following, wife haver _ LOL. One of these days, my friends will become wife havers, and then all my friends will leave. But such is life, you know? That's why I have you guys. You'll be my friends. And then I'll get overly attached to a funny little number. Maybe I should click it. What do we think? Wife haver sounds like he knows what they're talking about. Oh, I have a partner. I have a loving boyfriend. He's really cool. I think I'll stick with him for the rest of my life, so I'm cool with that. But do you think I should push this button? I'll click it. Click it. All right. Let's click it. Let's click it. Oh, wait. Should I not click it? Oh, I have to. Okay.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle.
Has these light bulbs been dead the whole time, or did they just die?
Times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe. I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking.
Because you give me nothing else to do, man.
What can do to convince you otherwise? Oh my God! And it's all because of those reviews.
No, it's not because of the reviews.
Ignore negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem?
Because you're
Why did
insecure.
Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea.
No, I know I have to press it.
Did it ever really...
I'm sorry, I don't want to talk over him. I know I have to press it. I just want, I want to hear what he has to say. I don't want to just skip it,
matter, but here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative.
Like, I don't want to miss
anyone
anything.
ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury.
I blame Cookie Nine.
To change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision.
Is it kind of hard to hear?
Exactly when you're going to
I could turn it up for you.
leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it.
I'll turn it up. Yeah. Let me put it up to negative 12 decibels. Well, 11.9.
Surely
This should be louder, right?
button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not
Is this
be
okay?
moved by my howls of fitful anxiety that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion
Wait, it
matter
just
so much
looped.
to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But
Cookie Nine wasn't even
I'm
wrong.
fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me.
It's just a different point of view.
And I become as
It looped. I'm gonna press the button, guys.
wild. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give
This
up.
narrator is also one of the guys that was
I'll
happy to
burn
see me
my
die.
story to the ground. The single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to.
Oh my
I am
God.
being recognized. The
Okay.
emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it, to think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Okay. That's definitely one hard thing about this game, playing through it like on a stream, is like you can't really. I feel like I'm talking over somebody, and you know, if you can do that, that's fine. I have a hard time talking over people in real life, so talking over somebody in a game is a little difficult for me. I'm gonna press the button.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you.
You're a WoW
To begin with,
player.
there is only regret.
Yep.
There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I
Yep.
felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley.
That's Warcraft.
Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
That's
And
Dota
when
2
the
as
fear
well.
had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment, and I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And
God
then
damn.
this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps
Welcome
one
back,
day
wife
this
haver.
state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Oh, it's like right here. I could click something. Is it the button? Oh well. All right, I'm gonna click it. Oh, the battery died in the clock. Tree's dead. Yeah, I figured. I just like looking, you know. And he's not reacting. He's not saying anything. Maybe he's dead. The AC unit isn't running. Well, it is, but sounds like something's stuck. The narrator's gone now, by the way, so you have to press the button. Oh, yeah, yeah. I just wanted to look at all the differences. What in the fuck is that? Oh. It's a dead fire alarm? Meme man, so cool. Hello. Your name. The AC unit. Okay, that's getting annoying. I'm skipping it.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising
He went on
heart
Twitter for
the
one
words that
day.
they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given
I want him to. I want him to do audiobooks, man.
Yes, yes. It seems that this is now
The art of the
world we
voice
live.
actor?
It seems
No,
that we
I
are
haven't.
People living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment,
I would love
we
to
have
see it.
nothing. Without entertainment,
I don't know
we
how.
would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I'm the calm center
Yeah,
of
you're
gravity
calm, huh?
around which these perversions hurl themselves.
He's
I am
so
a waypoint
pressed.
for reasonable and collected
Jesus.
discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my
You're the
brain to try
one.
to say
You're
something.
the one
Maybe
that's
they
at
were just
fault. I get
jealous of
it.
me. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves, they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far
One
more
negative
about me
review.
than it ever said about
What
me.
one negative review does to a
Perhaps the state of
motherfucker,
their
am I right?
well-being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison.
Keep in
Perhaps
mind,
it was this state
I hit
they
the skip
thought so
button and he just
utterly
started
thoughts to
talking.
tear me
He didn't
down.
even acknowledge that I'm here.
Clearly
So
they felt the need to
not
express
only is he
that
taking a
it
long
was
time
funny,
talking right now,
to be filled with yucks and whimsical humor,
he
that it amused them
could have been
endlessly
talking for like 3 hours before
But they didn't understand
I woke up.
the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human
Oh,
condition.
it started
Where were the
looping.
jokes? Where
It
were the
looped.
jokes?
It
They
looped.
bemoaned, they
Okay, I'm
screamed,
skipping.
they
I'm skipping.
gnashed their teeth.
I'll do my one little lap around the room, and if he doesn't say anything, I'll skip it again. No harm, no foul. I hear dripping. What the fuck?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Oh, you can press the button.
Is never the end, is never the
Alright, I'll do my little loop again.
end, is never the end, is never the end.
Oh, I should have been checking if the clock has changed at all. It probably hasn't. Cookie 9. Oh my god, can you imagine being Cookie 9 and like a friend comes up to me and is like, "Bro, you won't believe what I saw in the deluxe edition." Hey yo, what the fuck? Oh, that's black mold. Don't want to get too close to that. What happened? It just fell? Alright, I'll press it again. Water damage. Oh, that's not black mold. Do you think that's just water damage? This is water damage, I'd say. I think this might be black mold. It's too thick. Oh, they fixed. Oh, never mind. There's a hole in the ceiling now. Can I? Can I like climb on that? I just want to try. Yeah, that's black mold. That's black mold. Oh, you can't climb on that. Damn it! I was really. It would have been cool. Oh, beautiful color, serene music. This is a liminal space. Am I right? Portal 2? Nah, this is Portal 1.5. It would be crazy if there is a Portal reference in this game. What am I on the fucking moon now? Am I Moon Man? Like the Skinamarink telephone is gonna come around the corner and scare me? What? The fandom's a bit weird? I didn't know that the fandom for this game was that weird, honestly. But I guess that comes with anything that's like... I think if you get a big enough fan base, you'll always find the weird part of it, you know? If that button still works. Hey! There's a certain side to it you need to stay away from. Yeah, I mean, I don't need to stay away from it, don't get me wrong. It's all content, you know? As long as I recognize that it's just people that put too much into something, it's okay, you know? If somebody starts to harm me over it or threaten me over a game, that says more about them than me, you know? Alright, that button I don't think is going to come up. I think I have to walk out that hole. This is when Portal 3 starts, if I'm not mistaken. I'm a huge Portal oh. I learned my lesson with Undertale. This reminds me of this walking sim called Lifeless Planet. And I actually like walking simulators. But that game was buns, and I never finished it, and I should probably finish it. You gotta let me get on top. You gotta let me get... Come on. Let me get on. I love the music. I feel like it's from... Oh, okay. Restart and do a stream? What do you mean? I'm streaming right now. I want to go to new content again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. Who farted? For real, though. But no, for real. I could have sworn, like, I don't want help with it when I ask this question. I just want a confirmation. Does anybody else remember the ending in the first game where you could, like, there is no jump button, but you could, like, climb on the furniture in order to hop out a window? I thought that was in here, but I don't remember how I did it. Unless if I misremember. There is the desk to avoid. Okay. Yeah. It's still here? Okay. Alright. Because I loved that ending. Because I was just, you know, screwing around. I wasn't thinking, like, it'll do anything, and I fell through. That was, like, a big shocking moment for me in the first game. I don't know if that would be considered my favorite ending or whatever, but I liked it. Yeah, in case I missed it the first time.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Alright, what do you got? What do you got for me? What do you got for me, big dog? What you got? We have to do this again? Oh, it's a loading screen. Oh, good. They skipped the ride part. New content. It's better than the first new content. He's got a point there. Me Man So Cool might be
You
cooking.
see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
Okay.
The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it
434.
one step even further.
I'll try that
Which is
desk next
why
time.
I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh my god. It's like Half-Life or Portal or Left 4 Dead or Team Fortress or Counter-Strike or Dota. Just slap up 2 on it. Fuck it.
An entirely new experience built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I really hope he complains about the reviews again. If I hear him mention Cookie 9 again, I don't know what I could do as somebody on Twitch, but I want to do something.
It's just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean?
Taste the sequel.
Now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy. It's great. Everybody remembers the 2 in the Final Fantasy, right? What is everyone's favorite Final Fantasy? It's hard for me to pick one, but if I had to, it's probably either 6 or 9. That would be mine. They're back. The 2 doors. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. I've never played Final Fantasy. I don't know. I don't play much games, so I never played. That's fair. And I don't blame you, because Final Fantasy took me forever to actually get into, because I know that they're really, really long and there's a lot of crap to commit to. Oh, I want to see this image. And that's like a computer with an eyeball on it. I'm really upset that there's no zoom button. I could crouch, but then I can't see the picture up close. Maybe if I like look in the game files. I'm not technically savvy for that. But if I was, I could look in the game files and then zoom in on that picture. I want to see it. Somebody screenshot this on their computer. Enhance. Zoom in. HD it. Re-render. More of the Stanley Parable. 2. Better the Stanley Parable. It's a win-win. Paradigm shift. Synergy. Business. Logo ideas. This is Google Docs? I'm still on Windows, so you have to forgive me. I don't use Google Docs. Oh my god, co-op or competitive, either or. They have multiplayer in the sequel. I'm excited for that. Google Slides, is that what it's called? Okay.
Now,
Just
be
leave a
clear.
review in the
I haven't
narrator. I'll add a
nailed
zoom
down what
button.
exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be.
Can you see me shift tab? Oh, you can't. I was dead ass about to leave a
Let's
review
take
right
look
now
at
asking
some of
for
the
a zoom
features I've
button.
been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
That looks like a monkey? It doesn't have a tail. Don't monkeys have tails? Wait, no, monkeys are the ones that don't have tails, right? There's like, or is those chimps? I don't know. I hate primates. They kind of scare me. Oh, there we go. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Arkham Asylum 2. I thought that was a city. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know how to read and talk at the same time. I'm kind of dumb. Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls 2, baby! Crab, the ultimate sequel. testing 2 printers at the same time. Damn, this makes me want to go back to see if there's any other like paperwork or documents or anything, but I want to press on, you know. We are all monkey. I hate it. This way to the show floor. I feel like I'm a keynote speaker. There's the audience. Expo hall. It's a bus. That's a bus. What the hell? The Stanley Parable 2.
Here we are. Go on. Try out
What
some
the
of the
hell?
features.
Yeah, what are they? The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Alright. I gotta see my name. I better see my name.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want?
Too big,
And
too
of course,
small,
the
just
first and most
right.
obvious answer
The
is that
bucket.
they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that's too small. I think that's a huge button, honestly. I think that button's ginormous. Way above average. Name. Hear yours today. Everyone's got one. Okay. Alright. If it fucking says my name, I'm gonna kinda freak out.
Jim.
This
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But
Oh.
of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here,
Oh.
let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's
Game
possibilities as
AAA
Jim, and as Jim,
publishers.
watching his dreams crumble into dust.
Alright, I'm
Can you
Jim.
feel it deep?
I'm Jim.
Are
I'm
you
Jim.
really
Here we go.
truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
AAA publishers.
Jim.
Yes, you see, what a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again.
It's
do it
me for real, for real. Do it again? Okay.
Jim.
again. It hits even harder. the
Jim was
second
Cookie
time.
Nine the whole time.
New feature in Stanley Parable 2,
They hacked
which
Cookie
still
Nine's
bleeds
account,
from
found
us.
their real name,
Let's take
put
a
it in the
look at Jim
game.
button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Oh
Hello
man.
there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim. I'm putting the gym button away.
No,
Otherwise,
don't.
soon
No.
you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
No! No! What have you done? If you see the buttons on the floor later in the game, please press all of them. Sure, I don't care. I'll do it. I don't care. I'll do whatever wife haver wants. I don't care. He has a wife. They have a wife. I can't push these buttons though. I can't handle it. It's too big. This one is still too big. That label must be wrong. This one's just right. So, you know, they must have labeled it wrong. Okay, so somebody I saw in the chat yell bucket earlier.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable too. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Oh, please don't do that. Don't pull a Ubisoft, please. We have enough games that do that. I don't need this publisher. I forget their name. Was it Crows? I forget. Any pronouns are okay. That's good to know. I just, you know, I literally don't know, so I'm just gonna say they because I literally don't know. Please no screenshots. Does streaming count as screenshots? All right, I'm gonna check out the bucket because somebody said bucket, and I trust. I gotta check out the bucket, right? The reassurance
The common
bucket.
complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
Okay.
It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Oh my God.
You see, Stanley,
There it
every
is.
time you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
So it's like the totem from Inception.
Than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
I'm scared. What the fuck? I gotta quit it.
The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Oh,
I
word?
think that just holding it has
Am I
made
pulling
you
bitches with these bucket?
more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem
Wife
to be
haver.
gone, don't they?
How high?
Some more.
How much have we increased on a percentage basis for holding this bucket? Do I have drip? Do I have drip? Cloud even. Oh, man. Oh, do I, like, have this for the rest of the game now? Okay. All right.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Infinite hole. I heard somebody say infinite hole, but I see. Fuck it.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I feel like that's the regular Stanley model, but they did the Photoshop smile effect thing. Pause real quick. Okay, I paused. Why? Why am I pausing? What do I do? Why did I pause? Is this gonna do something in the game? I don't know. I feel like pausing is kind of a bad idea. I don't want to let the fans down. So the one you want, it will pick the other one. Oh. I want the step niece, because that sounds really stupid.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Yes, sir.
Step-niece it is.
I like the JPEG. Like you made it in paint. There it is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Free, new, and easy achievement. It just works. Yeah, who here has heard that before? I see some people get upset if they didn't get the one you wanted. So, I don't. It's okay. Like, I get mad very easily in real life, but lately with streaming, it just made me kind of realize that, you know, you gotta take yourself down a peg. You know, you don't need to get upset about everything, and this has been helping. Get yours right now. Pull the lever. Receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Okay.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Okay. The stream isn't gonna capture if I get an achievement or not, so you just have to take my word for it, unfortunately.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that
Bruh.
will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding.
I feel really stupid for hyping it up like that. Gamers, we hear you. This really is. It's the Bethesda experience. They should just call this a Bethesda hallway, honestly. Well, and just like Bethesda, it's a dead end. Gotta walk all the way back, don't I? Ayo, that's me! Yes, I will do the infinite hole now, right? No, I'm not seeing... Huh. Let me just work my way back. I got distracted by the free achievement.
What else?
Infinite
what
hole.
Other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Well, shouldn't I save the infinite hole for last because it won't end? Wouldn't you agree? There should be something else, right? Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? Collect them all. Okay. Oh God. Great.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines.
And put them in the bucket.
What's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable.
I gotta put the figurine in my bucket. It reminds me of one of those pop figures that you get made fun of for buying. Oh, this is great. I can't do it again. There's only one. Fair enough. Funko Pops. What did I say?
It's the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I meant Funko Pops. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know about Funko Pops. Okay, I think the infinite hole is all that's left. I didn't go up here. Oh, the jump circle came back, but I'm out of jumps. So.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle.
Oh yes, sir.
Well.
That's what we've been waiting for.
You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well.
Oh.
I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Okay. Well, it's not like I wanted a jumper or anything. Infinite hole for a cheap settings world champion? That's new. And I can't go in there. Maybe there's something in the settings. Surely. Nope. Audio, video, controls, nothing. They had a Squid Game Funko Pops one, but they lost it. Truly tragic. I gotta find one. And I gotta find one and cherish it forever. I think I've gotten Funko Pops as gifts, but I've never bought one myself. Epilogue. No, I want to go to the hole.
Would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
No, it won't.
Yes, it will go at the end of the well, we'll figure that out later.
No, I want to go to the hole now. You know how to open the door. How do you open the door? Are you talking about the settings world champion? I thought it would be in the settings, but maybe I should just check out the infinite hole. Let's check out the infinite hole. You have to use every settings in the menu? What? Field of view. Alright, fuck it. I'll mess with it. Go from here to 2. There we go. There we go. Bam, 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 bam. $55. 50. No, 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 no. I'm not clicking those buttons. I almost did, not gonna lie. 50, 50, and then put them back. Video. Oh, jeez. That's fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. High five me. Controls. Alright, I think I did everything, because all this would be binds. Yeah, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna cringe. Wait, you said wait. I gotta wait. Wait for what? I did all the settings. Don't tell me you lied to me now. You have to change, oh, to every language? Okay. Okay. Okay, English, Dutch, France, Italian, Spanish, Russian? Okay. Didn't work. Did you lie to me? Let me try the door handle. How didn't it work? Maybe I gotta, like, oh, and then you get in the game. And then you go, oh god, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. And then I go back to English. I feel like I didn't do it right then. In order to get this achievement, you must set every single slider in the settings menu to all of its possible value. Bro. I don't... What? Every single slider in the settings menu? I have to go from like 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Oh, you can do it with arrow keys? Okay. I might be able to fly through this real quick. What was it set to? 72, I think. Okay. Okay. God, you kidding me right now? I gotta do every single number. No, I may as well do it now because I'm in front of the door and do it later. All right. I don't know if I'll do it later, but at the very least, move on. You know. All right. I'll do it later. I guess I won't be the world champion today. That's for future gamers. Let's go check out the infinite hole, and then we'll check out the epilogue. I hope we get to see the narrator's infinite hole. Am I right or am I right? I don't like how as soon as I said that, my phone went off. Like Twitch themselves sent me alert. Like you're on thin fucking ice. Oh, that's how it's built. Okay. I feel like it would be infinite if it does a little twirl like that, but
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
oh,
This is,
never,
in
huh?
fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
And I can't go that way, so okay. Whee! At least I got the bucket.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No, I don't think I will.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall?
Just the
infinitely?
two of
I
us.
figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more. Oh, for heaven. You see? I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
I like holes. I like holes. I love the movie Holes with Shia LaBeouf.
Forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Who can relate?
I feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole.
I love holes.
If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay.
I even read the book
I'm
and the sequel book.
extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is.
Oh, you
Showed
bitch.
my lies
You ruined my hole.
Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
The surface. You know, this would have been fixed if you added a jump button. But no, you wanted it on the Oh.
Is the teleport button not working?
Oh shit.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm
No.
out. Goodbye, Stanley. You
You
couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now
coward.
you get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley.
Cookie 9 was right. Fuck you. This happened to my brother. We left him because he wouldn't learn his lesson. Hey yo, what the fuck's with the spooky music? Is Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Kitchen gonna come out? I still got my bucket though. No, we were like children, right? And we wouldn't get ready to go to school. Oh shit, it's sinking. Okay, I'll save that story for another time. Really glad I got my bucket though. Change my perspective. I'm not even holding the bucket. Meme man, so cool. It was great to have you. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I enjoyed myself. Reality? What? What the hell? Oh my god. It's the Eclipse from Berserk. It's Guts and Griffith. What the hell? I should have stayed as Stanley. Oh, I'm upside down now. Alright, I'm the error now. This is so stupid.
Stanley!
No, I'm...
You're awake.
No!
You had sort of dozed off there.
Take me back! Take me back!
Because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the hole? From
Just
the
no
looks of
clip out the
things,
hole.
You and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Okay. That was really fun. I was hoping to do it again, honestly. It's a shame. I hear the music, though.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Should I do the hole again? Should I do the hole again? And I'll just fly through all the options. Oh, they changed it to mostly infinite hole. How did I escape? He just escaped me. He reset me. It was kind of sad, actually. I was like ready. Jump circle this map. The button that says the name of the player. Merch. I didn't really look at the merch table. I saw it, but I didn't, you know, go up and check if there's anything interactable. Let me go check. Looks like a bowling shirt. Office decorations, mostly infinite hole. I feel like we forgot something. The epilogue, I think, right? Let's go. Let's check out that epilogue thing. Go to epilogue. Try the QR code. QR code. Oh. Okay. That'll be fun. I don't know if anybody's able to watch, but I don't have a way to show myself with my phone. So I'm going to try it, but I'm going to leave it here, so if you have a phone and you want to try. Okay, I'm opening it in Firefox. Oh, it just takes me to the website of the game. Okay. That was a little disappointing. I thought I'll be like Rickroll or something. It's literally the website of the game. It's called StanleyParable2.com. It's not. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I'll go to the epilogue room now. I thought this was the oh yeah, I remember this. I remember this. Consistent quality with just the right amount of change. All right, how do I get to the stairs? Was it on this side? How did I get up there? Oh, it's over here. I see it. I see. I'm gonna check the settings one more time. Damn. I'm really sad that that didn't work. Nothing happened. Did I did I do something wrong? Did I That was a little disappointing. I mean, I guess that was the joke. I like how this is taped up like it's that should be a profile picture, honestly. That's really funny. No, you just came in that way. There wasn't anything. Okay. That was a good epilogue, honestly. Truly a legend. Um is that everything in here? I don't remember. I think that's it. There's the exit. Yeah. Alright, let's go to the exit, I guess. Exit those stairs. Okay. Yeah. The end is never the end
All
is
right.
never the
Have you seen
oh.
everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
I hope I keep the bucket. That would be pretty nice.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
Yeah.
Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say,
Somewhere.
let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes.
I screenshot
This is much better
hitting
if you
F12
could
with the Steam
Here we go.
feature.
Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This
They got my
isn't a
balloons.
coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect.
Oh,
With care
right.
for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Here we go. Man. All the settings look the same. This is a cooler title screen, not gonna lie.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Bruh.
Stanley worked
Oh, they got the
for a
balloons!
big building where he was employee number 427.
They got balloons!
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what...
I'm a skip. I feel like I got my balloons.
His co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is great. What a great day. Oh my god.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, 434? Yeah. It was back here, I think, right? 434.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
I think I need something like to stand on. Like, for instance, right here, I'm on the ground and I walk on this and I'm higher up. And I need something like that over here to connect. I don't remember how to get to that, but that was... I like that ending a lot. Why is there a rope here now? Or B3.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I wonder.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I gotta use the bathroom, guys. Like, come on, you gotta give me some privacy. Oh my god, there's like things to collect.
Found one of them. One of the most figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. You enjoy your shower, RB Minor. Thanks for stopping by. It's been fun. How long have I been streaming, like, account-wise? I've had this account, and I would, like, rarely stream. But I've been consistently streaming, like, when I get home from work, Monday, Tuesday. This is only my second week, basically. It's been a week. I have a VOD channel with a link. I dumped those. I'm planning on dumping all my VODs there. Oh wait, no, I wanted to check out the other door.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him, always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
I gotta do something new. Oh, I know where I could do something new.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Yeah.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
But, yeah, I know tomorrow, for example, I need to go to my boyfriend's parents' house for dinner, so I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow. Oh shit, I found another one. But I do definitely am planning on streaming Thursday and Friday.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Mini stands? Stanley figs?
What about Stanlerines?
Funko stands!
Like
Funko
another
stands!
Stanlerine under your belt.
Maybe Funko is a company and they can't call them Funkos. Yeah, I've always been interested in making videos instead of streaming, but I don't have time to edit. So this is a nice mini ground while I'm, you know, getting acquainted. It's fun.
Not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Good thing I got my bucket, guys. I don't want to lose my bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I remember
This
fog.
passageway had the word escape written on it. The truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death. The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Okay.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
But just the bucket?
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest.
I lost my bucket!
Glorious
No!
to behold.
I can't even see. No. Nobody warned me. Much like the bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, full and rich. Would you like to learn about the bucket? Yeah, sure. I'm so sad. I lost my bucket.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Don't worry, the bucket will be back. Oh, man. I'm trying to think of a Leonardo da Vinci pun with the bucket. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which is in medieval era, was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war. No one can control the bucket. The stress bucket. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance. Vulnerability equals size and strength of the bucket. Coping strategies. Holes. Stress, the level of water in the bucket. Rest and relaxation. Do something you enjoy. Rest and relaxation. Twice. That's how important it is. Okay. Ooh. Cave drawing. Jesus Christ. I like that they put a chair here as if there's like a security guard that's just on lunch right now and he's supposed to sit there to make sure nobody disturbs the cave painting.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
I want to go that way. I like the blue light. The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance, inevitably, is for our own good. Ooh. Oh, the whole ending. Yeah, baby! Oh. That's not what I wanted.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine.
What?
Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
No. I better keep my bucket. I better get it back. I'm gonna have to get my man's Cookie 9 on the case. He's gonna get me back. Where's my bucket, man? He said just wait. Alright. I'm gonna just wait. Why can't I pick up the phone? I want to pick up the phone. Oh, it's this phone? Okay.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
You're welcome. Can I get the bucket? Yes.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
It's good. It feels nice. They have it on like a velvet pillow. Yeah, I gotta find a way. I remember the lion ending.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This
Okay.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Huh.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Okay.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What? The broom closet ending. The baby fire ending.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Oh. If I get the broom closet ending. Oh. Maybe this broom closet ending doesn't count. It has to be the real broom closet? Okay. Fair enough.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
I'm not giving it up. I'm not giving up the bucket. You crazy. To be fair, there's not even a button to give it up. What are they gonna have to do? They're gonna have to make me choose to
Don't you
live.
get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable.
No.
It also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No. He's a hater. I don't like
Can
this
you guess what
character.
the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
I'm gonna take the door. I'm not listening to him.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Shit. I forgot to put it in the bucket destroying machine. What the hell? What is this, Halo?
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. You were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spell-binding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Bucket destroyers with Harambe now? Yeah, har har. But I'm gonna get it again.
All those characters were gone.
Oh, you bitch! You
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
let me. Oh, those are the cardboard boxes that she told me on the phone that they were gonna bring in. So I should be able to. Oh, I can't climb up. I can't. Does it work? It doesn't. Well, I can't check the void again, but I got the bucket.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Things are okay. You know. Oh wait, what would he say with the whole?
Stanley took the bucket with him into this little hallway and closed the doors. This was their hideout. No one would ever find them here. Of course, no one would ever find them anyway because everyone was missing. But Stanley chose to ignore this fact and instead focus on how cool the hideout was. Just him and the bucket, two renegade heroes against the world, inside their secret, undetectable hideout, here, next to room 417. What a treat.
All right.
Ah,
Well,
no, apparently not.
I don't remember a blue hallway like this. Why?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Oh, you won't even let me jiggle the handle. Okay. I love jiggling handles. Oh my god, the figurine. 5 there be. Just take 3 from me. Oh, just take it from me. What? Oh, this meeting room is now all about the figures. Maybe we are the collectibles. Shut the frick up. Source of levitation. I already found one on the third one is under the stairs. Under what stairs? There will be a reward for finding them all. Lies. It'd be really funny if there was like a little "the cake is a lie" reference. I mean, I know that's like kind of corny to say because, you know, that joke is ran into the ground, but...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Okay,
There it
I'm
is.
going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think,
Figlies.
Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Hi, Lonnie. I want the... I can't read that. I'm sorry.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of
Give it
bizarre
back!
hallucinations Stanley might
You
experience
bitch.
without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Go to the
Mariella
broom
woke up
closet?
on a day like any other.
Okay.
She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself. My
Heck
life
yes.
kicks ass.
and she backflipped all the way to work.
So you're saying doing
All
the
of his
broom
co-workers were
closet
gone.
ending now?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Get the bucket and just stand in the broom closet. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this
Stanley
way's
pressed
faster.
the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Oh! It literally tells you where they are. Okay. A large room with lots of boxes, and somewhere both red and blue. This is the... I know where this one is. I don't know where this one is. Large room with lots of boxes. Well, let's do this one.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
I
I
won't.
know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is
Jeez.
worse than I had imagined. So wait. Now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
I don't know what I could do. There's nothing I could... I'm gonna stay in the closet, right?
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled.
Put a
No
sticker
more
on it.
debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and
But
the
I got a sticker
relationship
now.
of broom closets in the natural order of things.
It was worth it, really.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You
Yes,
see,
sir.
I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Yeah, I could only imagine.
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
That was a nice effect. He walked away from the microphone in the studio to give the effect that he was leaving the room. I don't know if that was on purpose, but no, it probably is on purpose. Is he done? Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I forget how to get to the red door, blue door thing. Ah. Oh, the panda. I remember this one. This business strategy. Yeah. I hear him whispering the name Stanley. Well, if it doesn't do anything, what do I just... Oh. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's because I didn't hit down, guys. Like, come on. Of course you gotta go down. He's whispering to the music. Yeah. I can hear him. Okay. Well, that did nothing. I thought that would do more. I must have misremembered.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Alrighty.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Shit. I kind of want to restart, not gonna lie. Fuck it. I want the Minecraft ending, I want the Void ending, I want the apartment complex ending. I liked all those endings.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed.
But I want to experience them with the bucket, of course.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I want the bunny hop ending, where you get to bunny hop for the rest of your playthrough with the
monitors
bucket.
jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mine
It's
control
okay.
facilities
I was
influence?
probably going to be heading out soon
Had
as
the
well,
bucket been told
because
to
I
do
got
things
work in the
that he
morning,
wished
and I
to?
have to go shower and get ready for work.
Things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
I'd say Wednesday is a maybe, but Thursday is an absolutely, where I will be streaming again. I had some unexpected plans for tomorrow, and then Wednesday I would like to normally keep those days off because I take those days to play basketball after work, get some exercise, you know. But Thursday is usually when I would stream, so I'm looking forward to playing another game Or
The
coming back to
heart of the
this, I don't know. There's
controls
definitely more to
labeled
be
with
said.
emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends but at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
What
Birds. Silly, silly birds.
the
The
fuck?
control buttons became active again.
Hawks or sparrows? Oh, those are flamingos. The bird ending, of course.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along?
Aw, it's a cute
Stanley
little duck.
marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
Ooh, a spoonbill.
All the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
I think that's
And
called
Stanley
a
was
sparrow.
happy.
I could be wrong. That's an owl. That is a duck. You know, I was having a good time.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I wanted all along. I
Okay.
got what I wanted.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its
did it.
examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't
Ace,
this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute
Ace
to
has
and
no
drink it all
soul.
in?
Thank you for following.
Okay,
Ace has
I'm
no
over it
soul.
now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No, I'm not sick of this guy.
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question.
I don't have my bucket. I feel like I should. Fuck it. I'm gonna try again, but with the bucket. I want to hear it with the bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm gonna get my bucket
Stanley
and I'll be
decided
back.
to go to the meeting room. Stanley picked up
Kept the
bucket
stickers.
and smiled. He'd never be alone again. Not truly alone. Not with the bucket around.
All right, let's go back into the void. You
Stanley
know I had to
clung
get
the
shit
bucket to
popping.
his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone? Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception.
What the hell?
This was way too much for Stanley.
It's a
What
bucket.
are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket! To this, the bucket furrowed its brow. No, said the bucket. Not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No! Stanley screamed even louder this time.
What the hell?
Stupid! You are a bucket!
I will. And thank you for making my day better. It was great to see you. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again.
It revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like...
What the hell? Oh, I need the Minecraft ending too. I forgot about.
Stanley, you did it.
No!
You saved us from the bucket.
No!
God, you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come.
Look how they massacred my boy!
And we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps the good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket, off on another thrilling adventure together.
I don't remember being able to get on top of this. Ah, whatever. Now that would be cool if I could go over there. I was just no clip. Alright, I want to find the red
Stanley
door
pushed the bucket tightly
thing.
to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I think this is
This
the
was
way.
not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
It's not
No,
true.
Stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point."
Bro.
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here?
What?
What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
Let me
I
in.
suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Alright. Is this a bucket?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell
I'm on
me
the catwalk.
The thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket.
What?
Not an actual bucket.
It's a hologram. The classic.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Yeah, it looks like a bucket to me.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation
Ah,
of a bucket, not
shit.
an actual bucket.
Didn't think of that.
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
I don't think that's a.
Is this a bucket?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think that's a bucket.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one. Is this a bucket?
Just thinking music.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
No, it's not.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
You can't.
Okay, here we go.
I'll find it. Don't test me.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Give me
All of his code
bucket.
was gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfect. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
I need to find the
No,
double doors.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here,
Said the bucket.
go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket. This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
I played the demo. The freedom ending. The adventure awaits, and it's the line. That's really great. I like that. This is a very nice apartment. A studio apartment like this in Florida. You know this thing will be like $3,000 a month. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't open the doors. Okay, I'm just kind of stuck here now. It's a little uncomfortable. He's also not saying anything. Did I do something wrong? Where's my bucket? I see that it's a painting of a bucket with the handle, the arm, and the bucket itself. But I don't know. Do I gotta find the bucket? Oh shit! It's on the couch.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Oh, you can't get up there. You have to continue with the sending.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me. Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it would ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Shows what you know.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Where the hell is it? Does it wait to spawn behind you? Oh my god, I don't... I'm going crazy. Press P to ignore anyone in your life except for me. Hell yeah, buddy!
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it. Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
I wonder if that would be a bathroom or a bedroom.
Oh my god, what am I saying? better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket? Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No, 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 no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss.
I've already done this. Damn it. Where is the doors?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Ah, the embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship that stands the test of time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
The red, the blue, no bucket door, and the red and blue. So I gotta go where the no bucket room was allowed. Maybe I'll leave my bucket behind.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. You're getting close,
Yes.
Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stan. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain. Big steps we've made here today, Stanley. Here,
I realize I haven't said
data
anything in a
from
very
previous
long time.
playthrough, I've compiled a new version, and to be perfectly
Maybe a little.
honest, I think I've knocked it out of
Maybe
the
I
park
should
with this one. Let's take a look.
wind down here. I really wanted to find that final statue. There's a leaderbird. Oh. What? Oh, okay. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable career. Huh.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas.
Welcome back. I was about to leave, I promise I was. But then I found one of the Stanley figurines, and now I know there's one more I need to find.
Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
What was it again? I got the red and blue door one, so there's only one left.
Let's give it a shot.
Is this the Minecraft? Firewatch.
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower. Perhaps
That's
for
not
some
even what the
sort of
game is
twisted,
about.
erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Oof, that Minecraft door sound effect. I like this game. I wouldn't mind playing it again for a stream. It's just I've played it too recently, so it's way too fresh in my memory.
Oh no. No, 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 it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Jonesy Lake.
Oh.
From Fortnite?
You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
I hope it's Doom. That's not Doom. It's Rocket League.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Ooh, the infinite hole.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
They're letting me run
Are you
faster.
doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so... Hold on. What are you doing?
What the fuck?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Oh shit, I fell even further? Oh, this is the original mod. Yeah. This is before they ended up like making the game. This was like the Gmod version. It's like nothing here. Hmm. There's nowhere to fall. Nothing opens. Oh, okay. Found some light. What in the hell? Of course. Okay. I mean, it's cool, but what do I do? That's 427. That's where I work.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay. Alright, what was the one?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
I want to find that final figurine, and then I'm gonna end the stream. I'll find the figurine and then continue the story to its ending or whatever. You think you know where the last one is? I'm gonna go to the meeting room to show the list, and a large room, lots of boxes. I don't know where that might be, but that's where it is. The cargo room? Oh, the fucking... I think I know what you're talking about. But I don't remember seeing it.
Wait, no.
I went there like 3 times now.
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Is this the cargo room?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his This was not the correct way to the
You have to
meeting
look
room.
down.
Stanley
Okay.
had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Because I haven't fallen
Had
off
the
of
bucket
the
turned out
cargo
to be
lift yet.
No, never mind.
So,
The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes.
what the
Go there.
hell?
Go to the cargo lift.
How am I supposed to... How the hell am I supposed to get over there? Oh, shit. And then you take the fence. And the... Okay. What a we... It's this Oh, shit.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the
Come on.
separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Okay, restart. Alright. I know where it is, and I'll...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded on.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
We did it.
There it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
That's it. But I'm trapped. I would have to die. Okay.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend.
I don't even think I got an achievement for collecting all 6 of them.
Die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
And now there's no papers on the floor. That's kind of sad. Well, that was a good time. Oh wait, you want me to walk? What the fuck? That really threw me for a loop. I was not expecting that. What the hell?
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines, those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
This guy's got issues, man.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no
I don't
idea
remember
of
this
how many
store.
of them we'd find. Sure,
Is that a
it said
door?
6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
What the hell?
And here was a second Stanlerine. You
I
found
could have
one
picked that
on
up.
your own, just by poking around in the boss's bath.
No.
Stanley, I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6.
Son
But
of
you
a
continue to
bitch.
surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
No.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan?
Got onto the stairs, bozo. You Barney. There it is.
No. Under the stairs was the 4th place you found a Figanley, not the 3rd. Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they? You know what? If under the stairs feels like the 3rd place you found a collectible, then who am I to go making judgments?
Maybe I should stop. Yeah, maybe. Alright.
Let's see. What came next?
When it ends, and then we're
Yes,
done.
we found a Figley in this pink room.
No, we
Well,
didn't.
I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
I'm really upset that I didn't click that first one because I noticed the door in the corner. It's gonna cost me. It's gonna cost me, man.
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was by the red and blue doors. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special
I know.
to me, I made a little video
sorry.
to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Windows Movie Maker. Yes. Oh my god. And it's in like 320p. It's perfect. What a great way to end my playthrough of this game. Thanks for watching. Oh my god.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
That was great. That was great. I loved that. It doesn't matter. Both lead to the same thing. That was dumb. I gotta get to the computer again. Now we're in the Black Lodge from Twin Peaks. I don't know if that's something that they want to reference, but okay. I can dig it.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here in the warehouse. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly.
Oh, I can't fall off. What the shit? That's... I don't know about that.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
No. Damn it.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the Memory Zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Okay.
Okay, yes. This spot in the warehouse. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Always gotta pick the blue door.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Oh. Yes! Yes!
Yes, I love that video.
Oh my god. The pink room that I've never been in ever.
Still no memory of this one. Good room though, a solid room.
Looks like it belongs in the Holy Mountain. I don't know why that's here.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Pretty sure it wasn't the boss's office.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the Figlerines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Oh, we're back to... Okay, never mind. Wasn't the fourth one the stairs one? Yeah, but I think I got it second. Or, like, third or third. I'm numb. Forgive me.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, oh yes, the two doors! Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one. And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
The papers on the floor. I want to keep playing. I really do. But I gotta call it here. I got work in the morning. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a very fun time revisiting this. Um, I would like to continue playing this maybe on Thursday, but maybe when Thursday comes, I'll want to play something else. Um, I don't know if there should be. I set up a little recommendation thing under my Twitch stream. Maybe under there you're able to recommend a game, and if I already have it, I'll try it out. I have a lot of games, uh, so chances are, put in that one game that one of you guys mentioned. You mentioned something like it was like a text adventure game that's like supposed to be really funny. It was like Thomas is Famous or something. Something along those lines. Anyways, yes, thank you so much again for watching. I had a great time, and I hope you guys did too. Goodbye. Oh, be sure to be like and subscribe.